ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Locks of the Day podcast. Just me and Zach today. We're going to do a little college football special. We're going to do one Friday game and then a couple Saturday games, all premium plays here. Two, I'm going to give you two. Zach's going to give you two. Zach, do you want to start him off with a little two star?
Yeah. So for our first two-star, we have Northwestern money line at a plus 165. We have Tulane in this one, and I think this is a tale of two teams trying to get back on track. Tulane's been great the last three seasons, but they lost a lot in the offseason. They lost their starting quarterback. He ended up going to Duke. Their starting running back, Micah Hughes, he also left as well. They have deteriorating defense. They've lost players over the years. Their O-line's gotten a little bit smaller as well. Got two good quarterbacks in Brendan Sullivan from Northwestern and Jake Retzlaff from BYU. He had the whole issue at BYU where he had all the charges put up against him and they basically chased him out of Utah. He somehow ends up in the bayou of Louisiana. So here he is, but I feel like he's going to see a big difference playing with a ranked BYU team to playing with an American Conference team in Tulane. And he's not going to have the talent. He's not going to have the O-line that he had. Northwestern, on the other hand, lost their coach recently. He put them in a whole lawsuit, but they've got new coaches, they've got new offensive coordinators, they've got new everything. But they did get a really good QB in Preston Stone from SMU, and I think that's going to be a big difference maker for them. Is that they're actually going to have a quarterback who can genuinely throw the ball in the air. That'll help them establish the run game and the pass game as well. And Northwestern, being a Big Ten team, they're going to be much bigger up front on that O line, similar to what we saw last week with Stanford against Hawaii. You're going to have a bigger team playing up front. And you saw them establish the run, and then they got to the pass when they could. Now, you would think smart school like Stanford, they managed to keep doing that, but they had a school. Hopefully, Northwestern will do the same for us this week, as this team, I think, is going to be bigger up front. I think they're the better team. Kind of surprised Tulane is almost a 5-point favorite in this game, but time will tell. I think the bettors are big on Tulane's QB, Jake Retzlaff. So we'll see how that goes. But our two-star for the first one is Northwestern plus 165. Flip it
Perfect.
over to you.
Perfect. Love that. My first three star for this one's going to be on Friday, actually. It's going to be Georgia Tech money line minus 190 versus Colorado. Tech returns senior dual threat QB Haynes King, who's well experienced, fourth year starter, threw for over 2,100 yards, 14 TDs, also rushed for over or almost nearly 600 yards and rushed for 11 TDs. This kid's a fucking dog. He will run through anyone. He's 6'3". He's a monster. He plays absolutely fearless. But last year he also improved his efficiency cutting interceptions from 16 in 2023 to only two last year. Uh, and Georgia Tech also returns a lot of their starters, including running back Jamal Haynes, who's a dog, multiple wide receivers, and three offensive linemen, which is crucial in the trenches, especially for a good run game. Um, and once again, yeah, Tech just runs the ball. They run the ball like nobody's business, and they did that very efficiently last year, ranking them second in the ACC. They rushed for over 186 yards per game. And I think they're going to do the same thing to Colorado. Haynes, their running back, kid's a dog, rushed for over 900 yards, had 9 TDs, caught 3 TDs. I think Colorado's just going to really struggle against the run. They allowed over 155 yards per game last year, and that's mainly what Georgia Tech's going to do to them. They're just going to run, 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 and which could find a little open man downfield. For an easy little pass for Haynes King. So I love Georgia Tech money line here on Friday at a minus 190. So lock that in versus Colorado, and Zach will give you his other two star. Lock him in.
Yeah. So for this two-star, we're going Cal money line plus 105. They're going up at Oregon State, former Pac-12 matchup. And in this one, honestly, I just like the transfers that Cal has brought in. They've got Devin Brown now, who was a quarterback at Ohio State last year. And they also brought in a four-star quarterback who they said they plan on him making his debut. This guy's name, he's a Hawaiian, Jaren Kiawa Sagapulete. If you haven't heard of him, he was committed to Oregon. He was a four-star recruit. He was disgusting. For whatever reason, decommitted, went to Cal, and he classified this class. But Devin Brown, older quarterback, beat him out. But I think you could easily see them use both QBs in this one. As the coach Justin Wilcox mentioned, because he wants to use all of his offense as he can. They're going to have Dean Taylor Chapman as their running back, and they've got a solid O line like they did last year. It kept their former quarterback Mendoza stable, and it kept him going. And I think you're going to see a very similar outcome this week as well for Cal. Oregon State's defense was ranked in the bottom 100 last year, right around 105, 106. They gave up right around 28 to 30 points a game. They weren't very good at stopping the run. They were just off in general. They relied too much on their offense, and their offense couldn't carry the load. They've got a good quarterback this year in Malik Murphy. Duke transfer, pretty good player. However, they got a beat up O line that's still recovering. They lost their running back. They've already lost two wide receivers as well. I just can't see how Oregon State is a favorite in this one. I literally just think it's just because they're playing at home, and that's about it. But I think Cal has great value, and I think this line could flip by the time Saturday does roll around. So I would say get on it now because this is probably by far my favorite pick of the week. So I would say Cal money line plus 105. That's your other 2 star. And we're going to swing it back to you, Andrew, for the other 3 star.
Let's go. Big game one to start off our Saturday college game day between Texas and Ohio State. Um, Texas traveling, trying to protect an 11 game road win streak at the shoe, facing off against the former champs of last season, Ohio State Buckeyes. Um, Texas looking for revenge from last year's college football playoff when Ohio State beat them in the semifinals 28 to 14. So Texas, they're going to be looking for blood. And Texas has a lot of returning starters from last year on both sides of the ball, including several DBs, linebackers, and offensive line. And Ohio State on the other side lost a lot of guys. Four to the first round and 14 overall to the draft that included top linemen and defensive stars like Jack Sawyer. That kid was an absolute problem for offenses. Um, but they obviously still have Jeremiah Smith, who's an animal, a game changer. But Texas also last year finished with the best pass defensive efficiency, which led them to lead college football in interceptions with 22 and top five in sacks and third down defense. And Ohio State losing a good amount of offensive line gives Texas that edge over Ohio State, especially in the trenches. Um, and I think Ohio State is going to struggle to move the ball down the field. And got Arch Manning QBing for Texas. A lot of hype around this kid. Probably the most hyped QB there's been in a while, and he's finally the starter there. Had plenty of time to develop behind Ewers, and is now stepping into a system that is absolutely fucking loaded. And this will be his first true road start. Um, Once again, trying to keep that 11 game road win streak alive. Will be tough. Will be very tough in the shoe. Where Ohio State is 37 and 3 in since 2019 at home. And guess what? Texas is going to put up a 4 up on that board. Give me Texas money line plus 100 for the 3 star. Lock them in.
Yeah. Honestly, I love it. Kind of like you mentioned as well. It's like they have a lot of new players. And I think Ohio State's quarterback, Julian Sain, is going to be really good this year. But in your first game of the year to go up against an SEC defense, doesn't matter if you're at home or not. That's really tough because he's probably going to go play, Arkansas Pine Bluff next week, and they're going to be 80-point favorites, and he's going to throw for like 7 touchdowns. But this week, I don't think he's going to do that much. I think it's going to be really tough.
And he's literally going up against the number one defense from last year. So have
Yeah.
fun with basically all their starters. So have
Yep.
fun. Like
Yeah.
that game's going to be wild though. That game's going to be a fun
Yeah.
game to watch. What a game.
Yeah. So,
What a game. You got anything else to add?
um, that's pretty much about it. I mean, shout out to everyone who got us to 750 subs if we're still there, as long
Oh
as we
yeah.
didn't go down. So
All right, we're at like
we're
52 right now. We're
all
climbing.
right. There we go. So we're still moving, road to 1,000. So you guys are keeping this thing chugging for us, and all the support helps. So yeah,
Sir, and what
that's
he
it.
said, click that subscribe button, click that like button, give the boys a little thumbs up, helps us out. But that'll be it for this little college football special for week one. Lock those picks in and have a great day. Peace.